Okay, let's dive into how you kickstart your day, specifically thinking about food. We're doing a deep dive into just one source today. That's a transcript from a YouTube video. Top 10 morning foods you should eat every day. Comes from the Horizons Health channel. So our mission basically is to unpack this video's perspective. We're going to pull out the key insights it offers about, fueling your morning the right way. And this source, it really leans into that classic idea, doesn't it? Breakfast, most important meal, but it adds this layer. It's not just that you eat, it's the quality. Quality impacts your energy, your health all day. That's what they argue. They even mention a study, International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, linking a healthy breakfast to better nutrients, better health overall.
And what's really practical, I think, is how this source focuses on foods that are, well, they say easy to prepare.
Yeah.
It's pretty important for busy mornings, right? So the video kind of sets the stage, promising specific foods and the why behind them, why these made their list.
All right, let's get into it then. This list, where does the video start us off?
Okay, number 1 is eggs. They're presented as simple, yeah, but the source really emphasizes how nutritious they are, especially the protein and the healthy fats. They say these are key for feeling full, giving you lasting energy, and maybe even helping with weight management.
Right, and they point to that study, don't they? The Journal of American College of Nutrition, one mentioned in the video. Apparently, it showed people ate fewer calories through the day if they started with eggs. But what kind of jumped out at me from the source were the details about the yolk itself.
Oh, yeah, the video gets specific. It calls out antioxidants in the yolk, lutein and zeaxanthin, important for eye health, vision. And they also highlight choline. That's an essential nutrient linked to brain development, liver function. So it's more than just basic protein and fat.
Exactly. And the video keeps it practical, too. Suggests easy ways like omelets, scrambled, boiled, and pairing them. Maybe a whole grain toast or some sautéed veggies. Simple, effective. That's the vibe from this source. Okay, so shifting gears a bit. What's food number 2 on their list?
Oatmeal. That's next. The source describes it as, well, rich in carbs, fiber, protein, vitamins, minerals, a perfect morning food in their view.
They get pretty detailed too. I remember seeing the nutrient amounts they listed for, like 1 cup. Something like 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, plus minerals, iron, folate, zinc, phosphorus.
And the really big takeaway about oatmeal in this video, they even back it with a nutritional review study mention, is the beta-glucan fiber. This fiber gets highlighted because they claim it reduces LDL, the bad cholesterol, so lower risk for cardiovascular disease. Plus, it helps you feel full, helps prevent grabbing snacks later, maybe.
And the source gives tips to boost it, right? Add dairy or soy milk, maybe almond butter, but there's a big warning. Avoid the artificial flavorings or added sugars. That makes sense. So what tiny little powerhouse gets the number 3 spot?
Flaxseed. Yeah, the video points out their tiny size, but really emphasizes they're an excellent source of essential nutrients.
For me, the big deal they highlighted seemed to be the omega-3 fatty acids. They really focus on this essential fat, claiming it lowers LDL cholesterol, reduces inflammation, which they then link to potentially preventing chronic stuff like diabetes, heart disease, arthritis.
Right, and it's not just omega-3s. The video lists other things too. Fiber, protein, antioxidants, minerals like magnesium, selenium. So they pack a punch for being so small.
And practically, the video suggests, blending them into smoothies or just topping oatmeal. They even have that specific tip for weight loss, mixing them with yogurt, claiming it boosts metabolism.
Interesting. Okay, adding some color and sweetness now. Number 4 is berries. The source positions these as, a tasty and healthy option, known for flavor, color, and benefits.
Yeah, the video puts a lot of weight on the antioxidants in berries. They cite a circulation study linking higher antioxidant intake from berries to lower heart disease risk. And that fiber benefit we keep hearing about, it's here too. Promoted for fullness, maybe helping with lower calorie intake overall. They mentioned tossing them in smoothies, yogurt, oatmeal, or just eating plain. Yeah. And they add that little tip check, frozen berries for added sugar. Good point. All right, halfway through their list. Number 5, whole wheat toast, described as nutrient-dense, fiber, protein, vitamins, minerals, contributes to fullness, metabolism boost, they say.
And here, the video offers this kind of interesting detail about why whole wheat over white bread. It's not just fewer calories, according to them. They specifically talk about toasting it. Toasted whole wheat bread, the source claims, actually alters the glucose level, significantly lowers the glycemic index compared to untoasted, which they argue makes it healthier.
That's actually surprising, that detail from the video. And they suggest pairings like eggs or nut butter to boost the taste and nutrition. Number 6 brings us nuts. and nut butter. The video suggests just a fistful of nuts is a great start because of protein, essential fatty acids, fiber, vitamins, minerals.
And this source connects it to broader health, too, citing a study, current atherosclerosis report, linking nut consumption to lower risk of cardiovascular diseases. They also highlight the antioxidants again, linking them to fighting inflammation.
They really seem to hammer home the high fiber and protein as the reason nuts are great for the morning, claiming they give energy, fight fatigue, and maybe reduce calorie intake later in the day. And nut butter, yeah, super versatile, they note. Okay, number 7 is protein shakes. The video frames these as like the convenient time-saving option if you need a protein-rich breakfast fast.
Yeah, the core benefit, as this source sees it, is just getting that quick morning protein hit for fullness. They also point out the low-calorie aspect, which the video suggests could be good if weight loss is a goal for you.
They do suggest jazzing them up, right? Adding fruits, veggies, seeds, nuts for more nutrients. But, and it seems crucial from their perspective, check the ingredients. Watch out for added sugar or artificial sweeteners. Always got to read the label. All right, number 8, bananas. Everyone knows potassium, right? The superstar. But the source insists there's more to it, highlighting fiber and other nutrients they link to mood and energy.
And the video brings up something interesting here. Resistant starch in bananas. They link this to digestive health, helping you avoid feeling bloated or sluggish. And yeah, they do reiterate the potassium benefit, specifically linking it to lower blood pressure and reduced heart attack risk.
The video suggests adding them to fruit bowls, smoothies, oatmeal, especially with nut butter and seeds. They call it a supercharge. Sounds pretty good. Number 9 is Greek yogurt. The video describes it as nutritious, light, healthy. A perfect base for a morning meal, according to them.
Okay, key things they highlight. Rich in protein, rich in calcium. And importantly, probiotics. They link those to supporting your gut health and your immune system. They even cite a study, European Journal of Nutrition, linking yogurt consumption to getting more nutrients, better diet quality overall, and a favorable metabolic profile.
And their suggestion, combine it. Fruits, nuts, seeds for fullness and health. And again, the advice, choose options without added sugar or flavors. Definitely a recurring theme from this source. And finally, wrapping up their top 10, coffee. The video presents it as, well, more than just your wake-up juice, emphasizing it's full of antioxidants that they claim reduce inflammation and damage.
Yeah, and what's notable is the link this source makes to reduced health risks. They specifically mention the American Diabetes Association's view that coffee drinking reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes. They also mention improved glucose metabolism, suggesting it could be a decent choice if you're maybe on a weight loss journey.
But they are very clear about what goes in the coffee. The video basically says, keep it simple. Reduce or just avoid sugar, heavy cream. Maybe use non-fat or plant-based milk instead. That's crucial advice from their standpoint. So this video kind of wraps it all up by saying, look, these 10 foods, they're presented as easy to prepare, healthy, tasty. And incorporating them could lead to more productive changes in your day.
Yeah, if we sort of zoom out and look at the common themes across this list from this specific video's perspective, there's a definite focus on nutrient density, prioritizing fiber, protein, those healthy fats, antioxidants. The goal, according to the source, seems to be sustained energy, supporting specific functions like heart and gut health, and promoting satiety, feeling full to help manage calories all day.
So, based purely on this one source, you now have this curated list and maybe a clearer why behind these particular morning food recommendations.
And, the video leaves us with this interesting final thought. They suggest adding morning meditation or exercise after you eat one of these nutritious breakfasts. What's kind of fascinating is the idea they present about like a synergy between healthy habits, that maybe one positive change, like eating one of these foods, could make it easier or more effective to pick up other healthy routines. They even claim these changes will pay off forever.
Yeah, consider that connection based on this video's view. How might just starting your day with one of these foods, how might that ripple out? Make it easier to build other healthy habits. That's definitely a thought worth mulling over.